Hello there, welcome to Guide Coachings. My name is Mozam Ali, and today we are going to see three different ways you can add your data into Alteryx. Okay, so what are the three ways? Let's get started. Without a further ado, let's get started. So the first way is adding your data manually. So this is your file, you want to add your data manually. Now how you will do it? Then the second option we will be going to see is adding your CSV file. Now what is a CSV file? CSV file is a comma separated file. Okay, CSV, comma separated values, we call them comma separated values. How they look, I'll show you just in a minute. So this is how your comma separated file will look like. And the third file type which we are going to see is your text file. So simply, what is text file? Text file is nothing but a simple text which will look like this, which is separated by tabs. Okay, so these three files we are going to see how they are going to be connected and what are the results we are going to see, and how to check the data onto your Alteryx. Okay, so this is the first option. This is the tool area which we call, and this is your workflow. Okay, so this is how I have entered it. Once I enter over here, so I'll just remove it or I'll just delete it. Okay, and we'll add a new one so that you get a good idea about how it works. Okay, so here, from here you will select a text input option and you will just drag it and drop it over here. Once you drop it over here, you will see a small cell which does not have a value and does not have a name. So I'll double click over it and I'll insert a name of it. So this is how the name is inserted, and if I want to add a value, that is how a value is added. Then I want to add the another field like age. I can add age. This is a manual process, so I am doing the manual addition of everything, but I don't want to do manually. So what I will do, I'll just copy from here. I'll copy all these things from here and I'll just paste it over here. So for that, I'll just click over here and I'll do Control V. Okay, so all these field names are added. You can see age, count, country and everything. I will just copy this first line of values and I'll just click over here and I'll just paste it. So this is how I can do it. I can enter manually as well. I can copy and paste as well. Now I have added only one record, but if I want to add some more records to it, I can simply do the same process over here. I'll just click over here and I will add it over here. Now this is the process. This process is done. Okay, now if I want to see the values, so for seeing a value we need to have a browse option, browse tool over here. And if you can see, if you can observe over here, as I dragged browse option over here, this linking is automatically done. Also Alteryx is smart enough to connect the links. Okay, now the linking is done. So if I want to see the results, I will click on run option and it will give me the results over here. So it is executing and that is how it is giving me. Okay, so I'll click on this option and it will give me the results. So here onto the profile section, if you see on my left hand side, I have customer ID. So this is customer ID. So every column, now every column, individual column wise analysis is generated. So if you see over here, the first one, customer ID, every customer has a unique ID. So here every count is 1111. Now if you see over here, corporate, so this is a segment. In which segment how many entries are there? So corporate have 2 entries and consumer have 1 entry and home office have 1 entry, which is available over here. So if I click on it, I can see a graph, I can see values over here. I will see minimum and maximum. Okay, so if I have opened segment, so if I go to segment, so segments minimum value is 8 and maximum character length is 11. Okay, then it is showing me okay, unique key, unique values, null values. If I have a null value, it will show me the count. Not okay, empty, how many fields are empty. So every column wise analysis it is giving me. It is giving me average, it is giving me shortest value, longest value, first blanks, everything. Now this is the three values because I have three different segments, so this is how it is going to give me. Okay, now if I go here, if I want to close it, I can click over here and I can close it. I can go to age section as well. I can see what is the minimum age, maximum age. So if I see minimum age is 19 year, I have a candidate whose age is 19 year and maximum age is 67 year, which is giving me the analysis on the column wise. Okay, now there are certain more fields which we are going to see over here. So as our data is going to have multiple tools, it is advised to give some name to every tool. Okay, so here we are going to have multiple tools if we are working on the data, so we need to give some names to the data. So for that we go over here. If you see, we have four options available. On the third we have annotation, so we'll click on the annotations and we can give the name as manual entry. Okay, we can give any name, just for this is for our sake of understanding. Okay, so I'll give the name manual entry, and here I'll add annotation adding manual records. Okay, this is how I can do it. And once I click outside, if you can see the name over here. Okay, the annotation is added over here. So that is how we can do it. Okay, it is advised to use browse. We have already used the browse option to validate the data. Now we'll see the option that is for this. Okay, so here we have two options, that is data and metadata. So this is my data which I have added manually into the table. Now if I want to see the metadata, what is metadata? Metadata is nothing but the database value, what is the values it is holding. So customer ID holding v string, age is string integer. Okay, v string integer. So these are the details of a table which I have created. So it is giving me the details of the table, what all values it is storing. Okay, then we have a result window. Okay, this is our result window where we are seeing the outcome. We can use see data and metadata for the data. Okay, on profile section you can see summary for each column, which on profile section we have seen the summary for each and every column wise summary is available. You can click on see information about the columns. We have already done that. We can click on it and we can see the summary about all the details which are available. Okay, so we can see the mean, max and everything. Okay, so this is the first part. This is how you will create your data manually. Now this is not used most of the time, but if you are working on a huge data set where the data is coming from different sources, so let's suppose we are working with a CSV file. Okay, or else we can use the same sheet over here and we can use the input file. So I will simply drag it over here, not this. I need to have input data, so I will drag this and drop it over here. Okay, I'll just remove this and okay, so this is done. I will click on it. Once I click on it, it will ask me which file. Okay, as I have selected input data, so data is coming from some sort of sources. So I will click connect a file or a database. So I will click on over here set up a connection. Once I click on it, it will open me a window which will give me the links. So recent links are given over here which I have used. If I want to set up with another user links, I can click on files. I can select it from here, what are the types available over here. So if I want to connect to a CSV file, there is the option which is available, CSV comma separated values. Okay, and here also two options available. I can simply drag and drop the file over here, or I can click on select file and I can select the file. Okay, so if I go over here, it will give me a huge list. Okay, I will go to my network PC. I can select from anywhere. Basically I'll go to coachings. Okay, I'll select it from here and I will go to my customer data, and I will select this CSV file. Okay, so I have shown you how CSV file looks like. It is comma separated file. I will show you one more time. So this is how your CSV file will look like. Okay, comma separated values. Okay, now I have connected this file over here. So if you can see on the option side, we will get all the details about it. Okay, and we are seeing the values which are over here into that particular file. So you can see the option customer ID, customer name, segment, age, country, city, state, postal. As of now we have 21 records, so it is showing us 21 records. But if we have more than 100 records, it will give a preview of 100 record at max. Okay, it can give 100 records at per page. Okay, so we can consider it as a pagination kind of thing. Now every tool needs a browse option, so I will just drag it over here and drop it over here. The linking is automatically connected and it is showing me the results. Okay, so I will click on it and I will execute it. So once I execute it, it will take some time to run it and it is showing me the results. Okay, so I'll go here and I can see all the 21 records are available over here. Now I have made a list of points which I wanted to cover. Okay, so this is my CSV file which I have shown you. Then I have put into workflow section. We have dragged it and dropped it into the workflow section. This is our workflow section. This is our result area. Okay, so now after the file connection, you can see preview of data we have seen already. Let's quickly revise it. This is our preview section area. If I select over here, it will give me the preview area where I can see the number of records. If records are more than hundreds, we have already seen that. Option section helps you to configure type of data. Okay, so option section, now this section gives you the record limit, file format, search. So if you want to change anything from here, you can do the changes. Okay, and you can see all these things. So this is the name and these are the values which are available over here in the option section. Now if you want to change the configuration, you can do it from option section. Yeah, put annotation name, so we can put the name over here as well. So what we need to do, we just need to select this and we need to select this and we'll go to annotations. Okay, we'll give it to CSV file. Then we'll go to here and then we'll write adding CSV data. Okay, that's all I want. So I'll click outside and the name will be changed, if you see. Okay, so the changes are done. Now adding CSV data. This is how you will work on the CSV part. Now again, on the similar line, you can work with the text file as well. So what you will do, you will not do anything much greater over here. You will just simply select your input data, you will drag it, drop it over here. Then you will go to set up a connection, you'll go to files, you'll go to select file, or you can simply select it from the text file over here. So you'll select over here, then you will select the file type. Okay, then you will click it on open, so it will open simply. Okay, this is how it will be open. Now here you need to select if you read resolve file type. So this is a text file which is separated by tabs. Okay, so we need to read it as a delimited text file. So this is a text file, so we need to inform Alteryx that okay, this is a text file and you need to read it with commas or with tabs. Okay, because if you see, this is our text file which is having tabs in between, so delimited is tabs. Okay, and once I click on OK, it will give me the results. But before that, if one more important point, you need to check this point if your file has a header. Okay, so in our case we have the header over here, so we are just checking this header. If we don't have the header, we will uncheck it and we'll click on OK. So okay, we'll click on OK, and it will take some time to load the data. Just to get the preview, we will add the browse option over here, and it will create the link over here, and then we'll simply click on run, and we'll get the results of uh, our file. Okay, so this is our file which is having huge records. Okay, so the last record is 2845, so we'll scroll it down. 2845, so we have 184 records. Okay, this is how it will work. Now if I want to change the annotation, we can do it from here as well. Okay, so these are the points which I wanted to make over here, that we can connect three types of files with Alteryx and we can get the data. It is pretty much simple. In the coming videos we are discussing some more important aspects of Alteryx, so stay tuned. If you have not subscribed us, please subscribe and hit that like button, so whenever I post a new video, you will get the notification. Okay, if you have any questions, any queries, or any doubts regarding the point which I have covered in this video, you can write me a comment and we will be discussing it into our next session. That's all for today. Thank you so much.